Hey everybody, welcome to Intentionally Fit, and this is my last 3-day refresh update. This is officially when it's over, and I went and checked my scale and the measurements and stuff, and I'll be saying I'm a little disappointed. I had originally lost 3 to 4 pounds, and when I got back on the scale this morning after all said and done, and I gained those back, and I thought, well, that seems a little silly, and so I had to sit down and think about what actually happened there. So you have 3 days on a 900 calorie plan, and you drink your meals, and you have a little bit of veggies and some fruit, and no protein. And here's what I know about me and the possibility of why it didn't do a lot with weight loss. I'm sure that there are other benefits like removing toxins and things that I can't generally measure that happened. But the weight loss is the one thing that I can measure. And so what I'm thinking is that my downfall in my nutrition is normally that I don't eat enough. And when you don't eat enough, what happens is your body holds on to whatever it has, because your body expects that you're not going to eat food. So it's going to hold on to whatever you can. Typically it's known as starvation mode. So my body kind of lives in that deprivation state regularly, which is not healthy. But it's where my struggle is. And so I'm thinking that something like the 3-day refresh, or something that has a severe calorie deficit, does not do a lot of change to my body. The idea of doing a severe calorie deficit for something like the refresh, or even a 3-day, slim down thing at the end of the program, is that it shocks your body into going, oh, and dropping weight. But if your body is used to not getting food, or your body is used to eating that way, in that deprivation mode, then it's not going to be anything different. I suspect that this week, as I add protein and add food back into my diet, by using the portion fix part of Insanity Max 30, that I will actually see some changes actually within the first week or two, just by adding some protein and more food, more calories into my diet. So all in all, I think, my husband did lose weight. He lost 5 pounds, and for 3 days, that's kind of a lot. So we get this mindset that we should have this dramatic decrease, but I think that that's fairly reasonable and not too unhealthy for a cleanse kind of program. I would not recommend eating like that any more than 3 days. My body is saying that it needs food, and something that I can chew. Today, before I even do my workout, my husband did his workout and didn't eat anything before, and he did feel lightheaded because he doesn't have enough to fuel anything. So this morning I'm going to eat a small, probably one red and maybe a purple and maybe a yellow before I even consider doing Max 30. It's one of those workouts you need to have fuel for your body. If I do it on deprivation mode, I will end up on the floor, most likely. So that's my update. I do think that this program would be perfect for somebody who typically eats more than they're supposed to, or typically eats an abundance of fast food or convenience food, microwavable dishes, processed meals, something like that. I don't eat those things. So even when I eat poorly, I still don't eat a lot of processed junk. So I don't think there's a lot to really remove in that case. So, but if you're somebody who finds yourself eating at McDonald's or Chick-fil-A 3 or 4 times a week and eating things like that, I think that this is still a really good way to start off your body. I think it's excellent. I dropped my caffeine intake in half, which is something I wanted to do before Max 30, and So I think it's a really good jump start, because now as I go into using the portion control, my body's going to feel like it's getting more food than ever, which is probably will. But so yes, it's a good program. No, I didn't have the greatest results, but I think that everybody's different. Everybody's body is different, and everybody, just like you might not like an Insanity workout, and I love an Insanity workout. You might like a Pile workout or Body Beast. Just how you enjoy those things differently than I do. Your body's going to respond differently for different programs and different ways of eating and different ways of taking care of it. So I think that if this is something that interests you, I'd like to talk to you about it and about what your meals are like already, and see if really it's a good fit. I don't want you to spend your money and find that you feel like you've wasted it because it didn't do what you expected it to do. And I feel like that about every program. I don't want you just to buy something because I say, ooh, it's good. I want it to fit you and your needs and what your goals are. Because if it doesn't, it's not gonna matter anything anyway. It's not gonna change anything if it doesn't fit what you need. So I appreciate your time, and I know that this is kind of going long, and I will talk to you later with Max 30 updates.